Pain at the pump. Already high gas prices continue to rise across the country. This as the situation in Ukraine bringing the price of oil over $100 earlier this week. Can Americans expect relief anytime soon? Let's bring in John Tabacco, the host of Wise Guys. He joins us now. John, really good to have you with us. You know, earlier this week, Senator Marco Rubio on Twitter had highlighted the fact that if Russia had launched a full-scale invasion, we could see a barrel of petroleum, a single barrel of petroleum hit over $110. And that could mean the average price for Americans paying at the pump for a gallon of gas would be $4 and a penny. Is it worse than that now?
You know, it seems to be getting worse by the minute, if you ask me, Kilmeny. And the worst of it is, you know, I spent 30 years on Wall Street. If this was a Wall Street company, they'd be getting accused right now of a pump and dump. So Vladimir Putin, it's been said that Russia is a big gas station disguised as a government. All they have is oil, and that's what's funding these travails into taking back the Soviet Empire. And our government can do a lot of things easily like that. Joe Biden could announce that he's going to start releasing 1 million or 2 barrels a day out of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. That would bring prices down, which automatically takes money out of Vladimir Putin's pocketbook. And that's what's funding all these operations. So, you know, our government has shown from day one, one of his first executive orders was to shut down the finalization of the Keystone Pipeline. Many people, you know, commentators, they say, oh, we should turn it back on. It was never on. It's being built, right? But the calculation of what that will add to the global flows, plus us being a net exporter in the Trump era, that kept oil prices down because people were afraid of us. Now, the pipeline construction's off. Alaska's off. We have one of the largest reserves in the world. He could easily strike them where it hurts most in the pocketbook by saying he's going to release from the strategic reserve, and that would bring things under control and take money from Vladimir.
Given the fact, John, that there may be no end in sight to the conflict that we're seeing in Ukraine, and Russia is using its energy as leverage here, what does this mean for Americans in terms of how long they're going to see higher prices?
Well, you know, you have a on-the-record stated hegemonic regime out there that their main funding for their warlike wants and needs is oil. We're jumping over ourselves and standing on our heads over here to shut down oil and raise oil prices, not export when that's our main power. Oil's been weaponized. It's a defense mechanism and it's an offense mechanism now for nation states. The more we go and let Vladimir Putin take more, the more we're dependent on him at the same time. We can't do anything. So it's a self-perpetuating cycle. We got problems at our southern border, our northern border. I don't know how much we should even care about the Ukraine border, but we need to protect freedom fighters. But heck, right now, we're just giving Vladimir Putin money every single day.
Yeah. Kristi Noem actually tweeted out that, you know, one of the most essential things in this crisis right now would be to restart the Keystone XL pipeline. There's been a lot of criticism, of course, of Biden's past administration policy decisions, you know, making the United States less energy independent. John Tabacco, we appreciate your analysis. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Kilmeny.